Do you love a good deal as much as I do? Well, right now we're seeing price cuts, incentives, rate drops, and other things to get houses sold, from resellers to new construction. And we're going to take a look at a couple of different properties today. How's it going? My name is Winston Gibbs with the Living in Northeast Georgia channel. I'm here to tell you everything there is to know about the lifestyle, the recreation, the entertainment, and the real estate from the suburbs of Atlanta to Athens to Lake Hartwell and everything in between for beautiful Northeast Georgia. Hit the button to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications so you can get all the updates as we get new videos posted each week. So we're diving into Lawrenceville, and if you've seen the previous videos, there is a ton of competition in the real estate market. Over 300 houses posted between the $400,000 and $700,000 range. So the competition is tight and you have to stand out. Well, I love a good deal. And as an agent trying to help my buyers and also trying to help my sellers, sometimes you have to make your property stand out. And while we want to get the most money possible, with all the different networks like Zillow and Realtor.com, they push price cuts and those notifications come up to buyers and sellers. You have different websites like New Home Source that are going to tell you about new homes, and it shows all the different incentives. So let's take a look at some different properties and what the market actually looks like in Lawrenceville and show you what people are doing to try and incentivize people to come buy their house. So here we've jumped into the actual MLS, and you're going to see that with all the houses, again, over 600 houses for sale right now, in the last 2 weeks alone, there have been 30 price cuts in just the last 2 weeks. That's not counting the houses that have been on the market for longer than that time period. And usually my recommendation, and you'll see it, is going to be anywhere from a 2% to 5% price cut in order to get that number. Then I'm going to take you to another one, a website called New Home Source, where you can find a lot of new construction communities around the area, what they're building, where the prices are. You can also filter that down and see price cuts. So let's go look at that page real fast. So here on this website, again, we're looking at the Lawrenceville area. These are all brand new construction neighborhoods. And you're going to see all these down arrows have price cuts, upwards of $30,000 here, upwards of $20,000. You got $16,000. That one says $60,000, $30,000, $90,000, $20,000. There are price cuts going like crazy because the market is so competitive and people want to move their houses. Now, before we dive in and look at a couple different properties, let's talk about why people are doing this. One, yes, it is competitive. And right now, people are still a little concerned with the economy. And as the market becomes a little bit more balanced, sellers may not have come down from those crazy times a couple years ago, and they still want to get this number, but eventually they have to sell their house. Why are people looking to sell their house, or why are people looking to move? Well, a lot of times people are trying to do this because the 6 Ds that drive real estate. There's 3 positive Ds, 3 negative Ds, well, potentially negative, that are going to force people. And a lot of times the clients that I'm helping are in one of these situations. The first D is diamonds. People getting married typically want to buy a house. So those are a lot of times your buyers. Diapers. People having kids are looking to move up in their housing. Maybe they got something small. They need to sell their current townhome, or they need to sell their house and they're looking for something bigger, more space. Diplomas. People graduating, definitely get into the real world. Maybe they've rented for a year or they've been renting and they want to go buy their first property, especially with some good schools in the area like Georgia Gwinnett College and Gwinnett Tech. Those are good opportunities to get into good paying jobs to be able to buy a house. Then on the other side of it, you always have the unfortunate situation of divorce. When you're in a divorce situation, there's usually a house that's going to need to be sold, and then there's possibly 1 or 2 potential purchases on the other end of it. Then, unfortunately, there's death. Again, we're all going to meet our maker one day, and kids are going to inherit properties. Maybe they want to keep them, maybe they want to sell them, but that inheritance, the death and probate is another one. And then the last one is distress, which could be a loss of job, or maybe they've been relocated. Someone is getting transferred jobs and they either have to sell because they're moving out, or they need to buy because they're moving in. Those 6 Ds are going to drive real estate. And if you're a seller in one of those situations, maybe it's a divorce situation and you're trying to get as much money for the house as possible, and it's been on the market for, a little bit longer than what we were seeing a year or 2 ago. We're pushing a little bit longer time periods, and hey, now we got to get this place sold. You're going to start seeing price cuts, and you're going to start seeing other incentives. Now, when we get into the new construction, Builders are going to build, especially with the big box builders. They are all about getting the property sold. They know where their bottom line is at. So a lot of them are going to offer incentives with either price cuts, they're going to offer closing cost incentives, or they're going to do rate buy downs, usually with a preferred partner and a lender and a closing attorney or title company, and they're able to get buyers in there. And the new construction route is a great way to go, because I love getting resale houses that are already done. And a lot of times you know what the issues are, but when you move into a new house, there's different warranties and different things applied to it. So those are a lot of the reasons for why we're seeing price cuts and the other incentives that are offered. Now, let's jump into a couple new construction properties in the Lawrenceville area and see what some of these incentives are from builders and check out some amazing properties. Let's hit the road. All right, so we're at our first stop in Martin Springs, which is an awesome new construction community just south of downtown Lawrenceville and right off of Sugarloaf Parkway. They got some great incentives going, and you're really gonna like these properties. Let's go check out the first one. So these homes built by Meritage Homes are a deal right now. I mean, they all are beautiful. They all have similar finishes, which we're gonna highlight one of the layouts today. This is the Paisley floor plan. It is their largest floor plan they offer, which is just under 2,400 square feet. There's 5 beds, 3 baths, and some great deals coming, which I'm about to get to. But let's take a look at the house first. As you enter, you see this massive open space, which is absolutely beautiful. The huge island here in the middle is gonna be great for entertaining. You have an eat-in kitchen spot right over here, and there's a large pantry off the edge of the kitchen. So there's tons of places to prepare food or entertain or host, as you can see. I love they already have the gas range and stove right here. And again, talking about the large walk-in pantry. Again, plenty of countertop space, plenty of storage space in this kitchen, and it still offers all of this extreme room for hosting and getting away. Again, right off the kitchen is this living room. Again, I think it's very spacious. You could set up your furniture the way you want, so you can have the best experience possible in your own home, depending on where you like to and how you like to sit. Again, pretty large space. Everything in this house is great. They have so many different features. They're going to allow you to really enjoy yourself. Even though the homes are relatively tight for this spec neighborhood, it really does. I can't even hear the construction going on outside. So everything is up to date, top of the line for temperature control, for noise control, and everything you can imagine. Downstairs, you're gonna have bedroom 1, which is a little ensuite. Right now they have it set up as an office, but it could easily be a guest bedroom if that's what you need, depending on how much space is required for your living situation. And then right next to this bedroom or office, you have a full bath, which is super easy, super convenient. Nothing extremely special about it, but it gets the job done. And it's right off the living room and kitchen, so you can easily get in there. Again, if you're hosting or entertaining or cooking, you can do whatever you need to get in, take care of business, and enjoy, get back to what you're doing. This is most of the bottom level. Let's go upstairs and check it out. That's where the space really comes into play. As you come up the stairs, the first thing you're gonna notice is a great landing area, place to hang out. So it's almost like there's a second living room area, which I could get really comfortable in and enjoy a game, get away from the wife or the girlfriend or the kids, or they can have this space and I can be downstairs enjoying myself. Very large living room in this area. Right off this main living room is your first bedroom, or second bedroom technically. Again, very spacious. There's a full bed right here. The furniture is decent sized. And again, you have a nice little closet there. Great space number 1 if you're looking for extra space with the 5 bedrooms. As you come across, you come around, as we keep going through the property, you're gonna have bathroom 1 up here, which can be shared between the 1, 2, 3 bedrooms up here. And then very conveniently located is your laundry room right off there. And there's some more storage space right behind me. So again, with most of the bedrooms up here, it's very convenient to have your laundry up here. Bedroom number 3 is they got it set up like a little baby's crib, a nursery. Again, I could see this house being for someone who's trying to upgrade, needs space for kids, but wants the convenience of being so close to Lawrenceville. Great option here. Bedroom 4, right off here. Again, they got it set up, rainbows. Looks like it'd be perfect for a little girl. I can imagine my nieces enjoying this room, having their own space. You know, I think that's super important for a family to be looking for something like this, which is very affordable compared to a lot of the other maybe resales that may be a little bigger and then redone. But the new construction, you have so many things you don't have to worry about. And then lastly, kind of in the house, separated from the other bedrooms, is the master suite. Very spacious. I like what they've done. They kept it simple, but you got a king bed here, so there's plenty of room for your furniture. Again, decent sized furniture around here, super convenient for a couple who has multiple kids, or maybe you have in-laws coming in town who are going to visit constantly. And then lastly, you have this beautiful master bathroom, a very large walk-in shower. You have the double vanities, his and hers, for both partners, your own private throne room, and then a very nice sized walk-in closet for anything you can imagine. If you want to come here and add your own touches with a custom closet or raise the rails up, put more, you can create more space in that master bathroom. Again, I think it's a great touch. It's very simple, but there's a lot of great finishes. Walking through the carpet, it's very soft, easy to feed. I could lay down and take a nap on here. Now, I said that was most of the bottom level, and one of the last places I wanted to check out was this back patio. I think a great feature that this house has, and a lot of them, as you can see as we look behind me, is that it's a covered area. You come out here and you want to set a grill up over on the side, you can easily do that. You can sit out here, enjoy the coffee on a beautiful morning, when it's not too hot or too cold. And again, it's a little tight, but I think that this is a nice space that finishes up the home and is a nice addition that you're not going to get in every neighborhood. And one of the last benefits you can see is they're in this current development of the pool and playground area that is going to be absolutely a great addition to this community. I think that is going to be a huge plus. It's super easy to get to from any part of this neighborhood. Now, I told you that I could get comfortable in this living room area, so I took a seat and let's talk about some of the pricing and some of the incentives they have going in this neighborhood. Like I said, there's 4 or 5 different floor plans. There's lots of different pricing options depending on what you're looking for, depending on what upgrades are in each particular property. There's multiple units that are ready to move in and lots of different floor plans. This particular one is listed around the 470 mark, and they've had price cuts upwards of 20,000. There's some of these properties in this neighborhood that have been cut by $5,000. There's some that have been cut by $30,000. There's some that have been cut by almost $70,000. So again, it's a good opportunity as they're trying to move these houses to get in, and usually it is negotiable. We can try our best to get that price down even more. And then the incentive they're offering, if you're looking for updated information, this is as up to date. But if you want it up to date, leave a comment. We'll get back to you with the most up to date as of when you reach out. One of the things they're doing right now is they're offering up to 6% in closing costs. And you can use that however you want. You can use it directly for closing costs with lender fees, attorney fees, those different options, or you can use that to buy the rate down. So I know a lot of people are still concerned about interest rates, and that may be where some of the hesitation is coming from. But using that 6% can really help bring that rate down, or you can split it up and use some for closing costs so you don't have to come out of pocket as much, or you can use it to buy those rate downs. It's a great option to get into a brand new house. And when you get in a brand new house, you don't have near as many things to worry about. And as you can tell, this place is ready to step foot in. I think it's a great option. The other floor plans are really amazing as well. But we're going to go to another community, check it out, show you some of the differences and what you can get. Okay, for our second stop, we're just north of Highway 316 and in between I-85 in a very conveniently located spot just north of downtown Lawrenceville. And again, if you want to hear all about that, go check out my last videos highlighting why Lawrenceville is a great place to be and a tour through the town. But we're in the Azalea Gardens, which is a townhome community. Say, opposed to the other one, you don't want a single family residence. You want the ease of townhome living where you don't have to really take care of anything. These properties are going to be great, and this builder also has some great incentives going and some more price cuts. Let's go check out one of these new construction townhomes. These townhomes are a hot commodity, and as you can tell, they still have paper on the floor to make sure you keep it clean. You're going to see some spots that are still getting touched up, but they are just about ready to move in. There's some that are already ready, and they got a bunch more coming. Let's get a little bit more closer look at what these properties have to offer. They have a wide open living space for both the kitchen area and the living room to set up how you want it to be set up. Again, it's townhome living, so you don't have quite as much space. These properties are just under 1,900 square feet. They got 3 beds, 2 baths, and they're anywhere from about $390 up to $430. But a lot of these have seen $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 price cuts because the builders want to get them moved as they got more coming along. One of the things I like about this, you can have your dining room set up over here. You can easily have a couch set up behind us. Again, for townhome living, you have a very nice size island, plenty of room to prep, and good storage space for a space like this. One of the things that's gonna be hard to notice, but they do have a nice luxury vinyl tile down throughout the property. And I think they've done nice finishing touches like the shiplap with the electric fireplace there. It really gives it a nice touch for a property like this. Just off of the kitchen, you have a half bath where you can come in, again, take care of your business, get in, get out. And again, there's lots of storage for a property like this. There's a nice size 2-car garage. There's a coat closet right there. And then for a house that's under 2,000 square feet, you do have a lot of ample pantry space that you can use, put your stuff in, which is right off the kitchen, easy to prepare and get your food ready and entertain. Just outside the living room is a little patio area. They're not covered like some of the other neighborhoods that might be, but they do have these nice spacers in between. So once this property is finished, there will be a spacer so you can actually get a sense of privacy, even though it is a townhome, you're gonna have people on your left and right. One of the things I would consider looking at when you're investing in a townhome is different properties are going to be more valuable depending on where it's at. The corner lots are typically gonna be more valuable because you're only gonna have a neighbor on one side. So if there is noise, you're not gonna worry about it on both sides. But let's go check out the upstairs, see what else this place has to offer. Again, these builders are doing their best to keep this place clean. As people come in and come out looking at it, they got plastic down so you don't mess up this carpet. I can tell though it is really soft. In this landing spot, right when you get up the top of the stairs, you have your laundry right off the master bedroom that we're coming into. Again, this is a huge space. I can feel it. Even though there's no furniture in here, you can tell there is a good amount of space, multiple ways you could set your bedroom up, bed on that wall, bed behind us, bed on this wall. I wouldn't worry too much about what's behind us. Depending on where you're at in the community and which property you want, you're gonna have your privacy, even though, like I said, it is townhome living. And then, as we enter into the master bathroom, it gets very, very spacious. You have double sinks. You do have a tiled shower, which is a nice little upgrade, and you got a tub. If I remember correctly from the last one, it didn't even have that, and it was a single family house. And then as we come over and check out this closet, this is very spacious. There is tons of room to put your shoes, to hang your clothes, lots of space. Again, you could raise these up, put another rack in here, and have plenty of closet space for one person with a large wardrobe or for two people. As we walk around to the other side of this upstairs, it is a nice split design on this top floor of the townhome, as the master is back that way and the other two bedrooms are over here. Again, pretty good sized rooms for a townhome that's under 2,000 square feet. You can get your normal size bed in here for a kid or guest room. If you're living by yourself, you're a young professional. Good sized walk-in closet here. And then as we go over to the other room, as we slide past, you're gonna have an ample sized, well, I might have got a little close to myself here. You're gonna have an ample sized bathroom to do what you need. Guests can get ready, or if you turn one of these into an office, plenty of place, quick and easy to get in there, get out, take care of business. And then for the last room, lots of natural lighting in here. You can actually see the townhome is very pretty to look at, very elegant look for this neighborhood. And again, you're gonna have another nice size walk-in closet for what I would consider a guest room or an office space. As you can see behind me, they got many of these units coming up. And as I drive around this community, it's very walkable. We're about to go look up at the pool area, which again, on those warm summer days would be a great benefit and a great addition to what this community has to offer. So I'm not a man of tall stature and I don't have the key to get in here, but you can see it's a beautiful pool which is centrally located throughout the community. Look behind me, there's townhomes on all sides, and I guarantee you as we start to warm up, this is gonna be a huge plus. Now, talked about the price drops they got here. When I was talking to the agent on site for this new construction community, they are offering incentives. With their preferred lender in the community, which is gonna be a very common thing, they're gonna offer rate buy downs or lower interest rates, depending on if you're going conventional, whether you're FHA, obviously your credit scores and some of those things have to do with it. But right now, with people a little bit concerned about where the interest rates are, this is a great way to get into a new construction townhome, super, super easy living at a very affordable cost, better than what you're probably gonna get throughout the marketplace. So, Azalea Gardens, great townhome community and a great location with some really fabulous living options. Those were two pretty amazing properties that both had their own special benefits and they had their own incentives that might be right for you. I'm curious, what's the incentive that would be most beneficial to you? Is it rate drops? Is it closing costs? Is it a price drop? And if you need help deciding on that and figuring out that plan, I would love to talk to you and help guide you in that decision if Lawrenceville or anywhere else in beautiful Northeast Georgia is where you're looking to transition to. My name's Winston Gibbs with the Living in Northeast Georgia channel. Make sure you hit the button to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you can get all the updates on the real estate, the lifestyle, the recreation, and the entertainment from the Metro Atlanta suburbs to Lawrenceville, Athens, all the way up to Lake Hartwell and everything in between, because I think it is one of the best places in the entire world to live. And you don't want to miss any of the videos coming out to learn more about this beautiful place. I'll see you at the next video.